Here we go, everyone. I'm joined right now by Wildturtle Fresh after his securing of a ticket to the finals, the first time in quite some time. Of course, this coverage is brought to you by Alienware. Wildturtle, how long has it been since you were in finals? A couple years now, right?
Yeah, it's been 3 years. 2017 spring, when I remember the last time being in the finals with TSM. That's
Yeah.
a really long time ago.
Well, and you've been on FlyQuest for quite some time now, so
Yeah.
this has got to be kind of a crazy experience for you because I feel as though no one predicted FlyQuest to be a finals contender at the start of the split, and for most of the split, continued to be that way. Maybe even up until this week. So, what does this moment mean for you and for the organization?
It's a really big moment. It's historic for FlyQuest to be in this position. I mean, never in history that FlyQuest is in the finals. Um, Beating C9 is going to be a really big task because they're the giants of the split. But if we manage to take like even 1 or 2 games, I'll be pretty satisfied.
Yeah. I feel as though for the last couple of years, there's been Wildturtle critics who have been like, yeah, he peaked at TSM, right? Like he's one of those washed players that'll be on one of these bottom or mid tier teams, you know. Oh, but here you are proving them wrong in a time when Team Liquid isn't in finals, TSM isn't in finals. Like you've made it against those teams. So for you, does this feel validating? Did you ever feel as though you really wanted to make this happen to kind of silence the critics?
Definitely. I mean, I just enjoy playing video games. I like playing League of Legends. I just always like playing video games. So it always feels nice to, put in all that time and have it pay off. Like some other players, they put in the time as well and they don't make it. And for me, it really means a lot because I really care about this career, LCS. I just really like the whole ecosystem and I like to be competing for a long time.
Is there any chance that your odds of making it to finals increased given that the whole play at home situation occurred? Because it's a different dynamic for different teams. So I don't know if you felt
Mhm.
like that gave you guys an edge in some ways, or maybe you made it tougher for other teams. I don't know.
It's really hard to tell because this is also the first time this roster has played together. So I don't know how these players would play on stage. I don't know if Power of Evil or Ignar would play differently on the big stage or anything like that. So I can't really speak for that.
Yeah. I'm no, it's so exciting to be able to make it to finals. I'm looking forward to watching you guys play against Cloud9 tomorrow. But not to be too negative, but is it kind of a bit of a bummer, unfortunately, that you guys won't be playing on the big stage in Texas? Does that play in your mind at all? Do you think about that?
Yeah, definitely. It's a huge bummer. I mean, like, I think going into this match, I was like, it does not feel like I'm playing for a ticket to the finals right now. It just feels like a regular online game, like less pressure, I guess. Like, I didn't really mind how it was gonna turn out just because like there wasn't like too much of that pressure going into it. Like
Yeah.
normally we'd be on the road already and we'd be like at Texas and there'd be like a lot more issues than just like staying at home and just play video.
So do you think, I mean, kind of going back to my last question, for you personally, even, does that less pressure help? I mean, you get to go in and there's no nerves. It's just the same way it's been for the past couple of weeks. And maybe
Yeah, I
even
think
when you're scrimming.
it actually has been helpful because I think our team like we didn't really like obviously we wanted to win, but I think our team like really didn't mind losing too much honestly, so we just
Yeah.
kind of played the best we could.
Well, what do you think about EG? Because I feel as though folks expected a more fierce matchup. I mean, the third game obviously looked really dominant from EG, but other than that, it felt like you just had their number the whole time, which is kind of interesting given that they had beaten you all the other times that you guys had faced off. So, what do you think it was about today's match that just made it different?
I actually don't know. I think maybe they just weren't in their best condition today. I actually think they're a lot better than what they showed today. And yeah, it's kind of just how I feel. They just didn't play as well as they normally do.
Well, I think a lot of folks would say it was an underdog story for you guys to make it to finals, but the biggest underdog story would be if you guys beat Cloud9 tomorrow
Yes.
after their incredibly dominant split. They
Yeah.
voted, I think, or they chose 100 Thieves over facing FlyQuest. So do you think that means that maybe they're a little afraid of you or that you have a decent chance against them?
I honestly think they are the better team at this, but anything can happen tomorrow. Like, yeah, really anything can happen tomorrow. Like if C9 like somehow is not playing in their best condition, like we might have a chance. And if we're playing better than we usually do, then we have a chance. But
Yeah.
honestly, I do think the favorites is still C9. I actually have a lot of respect for them as a team right now, and they're definitely North America's star child.
Yeah. Well, You do face off against them tomorrow. Any expectation on how that'll go? I mean, I know you acknowledge that they're the favorite, but do you think? I mean, in your mind, are you obviously, besides aiming for the win, anticipating like a 5 game series? Do you think you can push them really far?
I really hope so. I'm really hoping you take it to a 5 or 3-2 series. Otherwise, it's gonna be a 3-0 stomp. No one will
Is that
care.
how you anticipate it? It'll be either a stomp or
Yeah,
it'll be
exactly.
really close with one of you guys clawing it out.
It could very much be a stomp.
Okay. Well, thanks for selling this for me, Turtle. No, I
Awesome.
mean, I appreciate that you have a good understanding of the odds tomorrow.
Yes.
Do you feel as though FlyQuest is dramatically different as an organization? Because obviously you're a player that's been there for so long. I'm just curious if you, because I think so many other people feel as though, wow, this split is so wildly different for this team. Like, you guys have been really strong, and obviously you guys have done well in the past. But like, it even from the brand side, everything, it just feels like this has been FlyQuest split. If it's not Cloud9's, do you feel that internally?
Oh yeah, definitely. I really think FlyQuest has really done a lot more for the community, done a lot more in general. Like the tree thing was a really good addition, Grow Green. I think everything about FlyQuest has been it's become a very nice home. I think I really enjoy it here playing.
Yeah. Have you seen anything internally that would also feel different? I don't know, because obviously we see the outside, right? Like,
Uh-huh.
here's the Go Green initiative, and here's the results. But for those of us that aren't on the inside of FlyQuest, what is different this split?
Well, we just got our facility, so I think that was a really big one. And just having Trisha move to the CEO of our company was really big as well. She makes really good, smart marketing moves, and I think that's the biggest reason why just everyone together as an org everyone in this org has been a really good family. I think that's the biggest.
Yeah. Well, hey, not to get too down on it, but I think for a long time people haven't really cared about FlyQuest as much as some of the other major teams. Do you feel as though the players, even yourself, others, can start to capitalize on this win and success that you guys are having this split?
In
Just
terms of
like
what?
brand building, right? Like, I don't know if you think like, oh, hey, I'm going to start streaming more, and people will tune in more. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, you were a part of the wildly popular TSM rosters from back in the day, right? And
Mhm.
and FlyQuest, I don't think is at that point yet.
Yeah.
Do you see this as an opportunity for yourself and for the other players to kind of like start to rise up in terms of popularity and brand building?
Yeah, definitely. I think first things comes first. Though, like we just gotta keep performing, grow the org, all get better every single day, and I think eventually we can be able to attain that level.
Yeah. Well, I don't have too many other questions because I guess the big match is still to be seen tomorrow.
Yeah.
But is there anything that you want to say to any of the FlyQuest fans out there, or maybe some folks who are like, hey, there's rumors that there's gonna be roster changes at my team. Maybe I should find a new one. Anything you want to say to any of the fans out there?
Well, thank you all for supporting us on this crazy run into the finals, and hopefully we can make you guys proud and not get shit on by Cena. Not good. Yeah.
I think that's a great way to sum it up ahead of tomorrow's match. Hey, thanks so
Awesome.
much, Turtle, for the interview, and I really do appreciate you taking the time to do this. I'm going to go play Valorant now. I'll
All
talk
right.
to you later.
Yep.
Bye, guys. Hey, everyone. Thanks so much for watching that interview. One thing about working from home and making all this from home right now, I can showcase some of the things that I have here with me, including this M15 notebook. This is actually something that we've used as we've worked remotely a ton in the past, and it's incredibly powerful and great. You maybe are trying to figure out what you want, if you need something to move around the house right now, or maybe in preparation for going back to school later on. These things are amazing. They're beautiful. They're lovely computers. It can do a whole lot of stuff off of this. This is the M15. They also have an M17 that looks a lot like it. But either way, you can check out this computer and more at the link in the video description. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get this little bar to light up here. Yeah, there we go. This lights up and it's customizable. It looks so clean, doesn't it?